right? Especially if some of you have coaches or dads who are trying to, they're hard charging guys, and that's not the best approach. I had a guy, Aaron, he was a great kid, and he was, didn't make it to state as a freshman. He had his dad did all the coaches and camps and all this stuff. Well, I told his dad, hey, big Aaron, leave Aaron alone. Let me coach. Just leave him alone. You guys are two different personality types. So I coached Aaron. I was young back then. I would wrestle live with him once a week. Got in his head a little bit. He was kind of a jokester and had fun out there, you know. And before a match, he would kind of lock in, and you know, he just didn't like carrying the glass around 24 hours a day. And every time he would walk into the kitchen, his dad would start talking to him about wrestling. Just pour him down. He was undefeated state champion as a sophomore. All right, and then I believe he won it again as a junior, and then senior, I think, got second or third. But big turnaround. Had nothing to do with stupid wrestling moves. Okay, so pressure on, pressure off kind of wrestling personality types, I think, is important. Last thing I wanted to cover is I get questions and emails about a lot is weight cutting. I always say this, you know. Go down one weight class for certification, then go back up. If you got to hold that weight for 4.5 months, it's like carrying that glass of water around. You're going to be a rag doll. So if you're wrestling 113, you're holding it all year, you're going to hate wrestling. By Christmas, much less by February, you're going to hate wrestling. You're going to be weak, and by the time state comes, you'll hate wrestling. You can't wait for it to be over with, and you're going to look like a 106-pounder out there. Wrestling 113. If you stay at certified at 13, go up to 20, you stay up there the whole time. Even if you take a couple losses, who cares, right? Now, when you suck down to the last minute, you're going to look like a 120-pounder wrestling 113. And you're excited about wrestling. All of your opponents are all sucked up and hating wrestling, and that's whenever you're going to be able to perform at your best. Okay, so that's great advice that a lot of you will not follow, because come August, September, October, you're going to be all psyched up about season. Man, take that advice, okay? I've had some phenomenal wrestlers that haven't. Red College Show, just All-American at Mizzou. He didn't take that advice his freshman year. Should have won state titles as a freshman. I got upset in the semi to the guy that won it. And a lot of those weight cutting is just dead. Okay, so take that advice, even especially your freshman or sophomore. You're still in that easily excited state. Hey, it's a long season, okay? And I had a great coach one time that said, you are not a machine, you are an athlete, you're a human, okay? And you have to go easy on yourself sometimes. The harder you work, sometimes it's not good. Let's say you were in the weight room and you worked your chest out every day for a month or two straight. You would actually get weaker, not stronger. You work your chest out once a week, twice a week if you have great genetics, and that's it. You know, your bodybuilder or whatever. The harder you work, the weaker you get. It's proven. All right? That's the reason the bodybuilders don't work out every body part every day. They don't do it. It's silly. It doesn't work. So working hard, well, you want to work smart too. Okay? You can't pour gas in your tank because you're not a machine. You're just an athlete. Right? So think about that when it comes down to the weight cutting. One more piece of advice, and then I'm done. If you have questions, fine. If not, that's fine too. Doesn't matter to me. I learned this way late. It changed my wrestling my senior year. I wish I learned it earlier. Try to make weight the night before. Okay? I remember going to a dual meet once to our tournament. And we went to a restaurant and. I was blessed with Oklahoma State. We got to go to after, just dinner. The weigh-ins were the next morning, and I couldn't eat anything. It's an Iowa team, and one guy, I remember Mark Chelsea, he had like half of a cantaloupe. I'm like, how did they eat that? These guys eat pancakes. I'm like, don't these guys cut weight? I was mad. And I found out later from Kevin Jackson, he's at Iowa State now at a tournament. I overheard him yelling at his team, and he's like, you guys, he told me, you got to make weight the night before. So I did this with my son. People can't believe it. So he doesn't really cut much weight. It's not after this year or right? But there's been times, I had to lose 3 pounds, going from 110 to 107 or something to go to Tulsa or something. I'm not a big weight cutter with my son, and I don't care about Little League glory. But, you lose a couple pounds for a big tournament. It's not that big of a deal. He would get down the way he was on weight after practice on a Wednesday, or let's say on a Thursday. We'd go by and he'd get a small Coke, cheeseburger, and fries from McDonald's, drive home. We're worried about the weight of the food. I want a lot of calories that doesn't weigh a lot. So now he's 2 pounds over, so now he weighs 109 again. Get up in the morning, you float off some weight at night, you go pee, you wake up, you're 0.3 over, you ate some McDonald's last night, all right? Go run a little bit, you're on the way, drive, weigh in, all right? And if it's a tournament that's away, jump in the car, maybe a piece of butter bread, 2 pieces of that, jump in the car, by the time we weigh in at 4:30, he's on weight, okay? If you suck down, keep sucking down and sucking down, and you go to bed 3 over the night before, and you wake up 2.2 over, and you haven't eaten anything for 2 days, and then you're lightheaded, and you're trying to jog off the way. Sometimes you work your butt off all day. By 4:30, you're crawling to the scale. You feel like crap. All right? This kid had McDonald's last night, had 2 pieces of buttered bread, maybe a couple sips of water, maybe top off of a muffin from a gas station, something in your stomach, jumps on the scale, didn't work out that day, he's on. He doesn't feel great, but he's had some calories. So that's what the big boys do, a lot of them, is they make weight the night before, get very close, and then they eat a little bit back, and then they wake up the next morning, And so what I used to do, not until my senior year in college, not that I quit wrestling. My brother continued and did well, but I kind of quit after that. But I would make weight the night before, and you get like a box of cereal, like cornflakes, nothing with a lot of sugar. That just kind of makes you sick. And you kind of crunch it up, put 16 ounces of milk, and I knew that weighed 2 pounds. Some of you guys drink a 1 pound of Gatorade or something, and then you feel terrible again. You're still thirsty, you're lightheaded again 2 hours later. But if you put those 2 pounds back on, now if I weighed out of practice 1.1 over, now I go to bed 3.1 over, get up in the morning, let's say you lose 2 pounds. I'm a pound over when I get up in the morning, and I put 1,600 calories in my system last night. I put 50 grams of carbs in my legs last night. So I wake up in the morning and I go to the gym to lose a pound, and that guy's crawling to the scale to lose 2.2. It takes him 3 hours. I lose my weight within 40 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm feeling good. And when I wrestle, especially with the 1 hour weigh-in nowadays, I have a lot of, I've got some energy stored from the night before. With this guy who hasn't eaten anything for 2 days, he doesn't. So that's kind of what they do. Is they might lose these are college guys. They might lose 5 pounds, put 3 back in the morning. They come back at night, they lose 4 pounds, put 2 back. Now they're 4 pounds down, and they're still 3 over. But you guys like to lose 2 pounds and starve, lose 2 pounds and starve, lose a pound and starve, lose a half pound and starve, lose 3/4 of a pound and starve, and you just keep coming down. And I might have to work out 4 times to make weight. You only work out 3, but you don't have 2,000 calories in your system like I do, and I'm gonna beat you. Okay, so that's some pretty good weight loss advice that the college guys use that you guys might benefit from. All right, good. Well, just about done. I'm done with what I had to say. Anybody have any questions? If you don't ask anything now, you can email me or anything. I'll help you guys in the way that I can, of course. I don't know everything, obviously, but if I can help you guys, I will. Yeah.
What do you think of Fridays so then you have the school program?
That makes it tough. Yeah. Just get out of school. Just get out of school. Guys, they have 2 classes a day. They have class a day for 3 hours to 4 hours. Usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes are an hour and a half, and you know, Tuesday, Thursday classes are 2 hours. So if I have 2 classes on a Thursday, I only have 4 hours of school today. So I can cut weight in the morning, you know, from 8:30 to 10:30, or maybe I go to class at 8:30 to 10:30 or 11. I come in after class from 11 to 1 or 12:30. I lose weight, go back, study a little bit, maybe take a nap, come back at night. So it's difficult for you high school guys, okay? But yeah, I just plan accordingly and try to get a workout in right after school. Next question, yeah.
How did you end up in college?
I didn't know if I was All-American. I was ranked number 1 in the nation, seeded first, got 7. I kind of got into negative thinking patterns, you know, and stressing out, and some of the things that I talked to you guys about that we all have done. You know, I was doing well. Probably about January, I started, you know, well, what if I doesn't happen? What if I don't win? My brother won it last year. It's my turn. I got to do it. This is my only shot, you know. I was ineligible a couple of years in college. We got the death penalty a couple of times. There's a book written about Oklahoma State wrestling. So I lost part of my freshman year, all my sophomore year, all postseason wrestling my junior year. So I lost a lot of wrestling due to the NCAA violations that people broke. I didn't break any rules. Adults did, and us kids got punished. It was a sad thing. I think the adults in college should get punished, not the kids. That's not my call. But you know, you wrap everything up into one tournament, and it can come back and haunt you. And so that's kind of what happened to me. But next question. What?
What rules were broken?
It's like, you know, using freestyle club money to pay for guys who go to open tournaments, redshirt tournaments, which is legal now. But that was pretty much something I was involved in. I think I took a year off after high school to get bigger, and I worked camps at Summer for Oklahoma State, and technically I was still a recruitable athlete, but I didn't know any better, so you know, they said go work at camp and make some summer money. That's what I did. But that's the one thing I did that was wrong. But nothing major. No one got any cars or anything like you hear about on TV. That doesn't really happen anymore. Yeah. The school breaking regulations, breaking NCAA rules. There's a lot of rules. You're like in college, you can't practice with the high school team when you're in 8th grade, right? Well, there's 1.5 million rules nowadays in college and in high school. So, anyway, anybody got any wrestling related question that might help you? Yeah.
What age did you start?
Oh, I started when I was 11, which wasn't that late back then. I'm old. Next question.
What was your big wrestling?
Probably ankle pick in high school, low single leg, high crotch in college. But I wrestled Oklahoma State, and that's where. So, anybody else have questions? Most of like wrestling related, you know, like it helps you.
I don't know exactly what you asked, but if you have like a dual meet, did you say to cut weight in the morning or after school?
Do what's required. Usually, I think in the morning is not a bad idea because if you cut weight in the morning, you can get within a pound. Then you can maybe eat something back. You know, maybe a bagel or something with cream cheese or whatever. Maybe drink a small milk. You know, now you're 2 pounds over, and then you float that off during the day. And maybe eat a little snack at lunch. It's best to, I would try to make weight in the morning so you can eat. Okay.
Because like
Yeah, don't starve all day, then make weight at night, and then eat something 30 minutes before you eat. I'd cut weight in the morning, get down, and eat something back. And if I have to cut weight one more time that night, who cares? Right? Some of you guys are afraid of the work. And I'd rather eat and work out one extra time than not eat and starve it down. Any other questions? Yeah.
Are you against using plastics when you cut weight?
Personally? No. I'm not against it. Yeah. Hey. Well, the problem is people use nylon anyway. Use those nylon, ripstop nylon coats. I always use those. Turn them inside out. It's kind of the same thing. So I think it's just another rule. But I'm not against it. But you can't break the rules and get caught. So you can find a lot of clothes that's not made of rubber or plastic that's still not breathable. Anything else? All right. Let's go and hang out, rest our legs, and have a great night off.